statue of Ganesha's feet, and it was as if all of a sudden the front of my body was filled with honey. And I was like, oh! That didn't just happen. And I get kind of scared, actually, to feel the amount of sweet openness in the front surface of my body. And I'm very shy all of a sudden, and I was really grateful. Women there cover their heads. Sometimes we were, and actually that's privacy. That's not because there's anything wrong with us. It's because when you're out in public and you're living with a million people, a little visual privacy is actually a big deal. So I've got the piece of my sari over my head, and my friend is standing behind me, and she just notices, she just takes note of my body from behind, and she softly said, "You felt something, didn't you?" And I just couldn't even say it, but I shook my head like, this is the Indian yes. And she just smiled and didn't say anything. But then she knew that we were really on, because Ganesha opens the door. So now she knew it was time to take me around to all the goddess temples in the valley, because she was convinced for some reason, she saw some sign or something that I was a goddess worshiper, not a god worshiper. And she was pretty sure that I was on the fierce side of things by some signs that she had seen. And in Kathmandu, there's not just one Kali, there's a zillion Kalis. There's not just one Durga, there's 90 million Durgas. And she was it was really important for her to get me in front of the very specific form that was mine. And so she spent the next year with me going around the whole valley, introducing me to every form of Kali and Durga and Chamunda that she could get her hands on, which was really an incredible adventure. And so, oh here, this is a beautiful one. Here's a woman worshiping Ganesh. Okay, go ahead. And then one day she takes me down to this temple. And this is a temple down in the riverbed on the outskirts of the valley called Dakshin Kali, the left-handed Kali. And it's an open-air shrine, which for those of you who've been near me for a little while won't be too surprising. And here, I had the very strong experience of Kali entering my body. And it was it was so powerful that it actually took me to my knees. It was a full-bodied experience. It wasn't just like, oh, I had a little twitch in my left elbow. It was like it slammed into the front of me and took me to my knees. And I spent the next 10 years, here's some more images of the temple. You can keep going through these just so you get a sense of what temples look like. They're these incredibly raggedy, very visceral sensory experiences. These are not temples where, there's some far off, very sanitized something. This is up close and personal right here. And there's some women worshiping. Go ahead. And leaving out incense and light. So interesting to have the same feeling in my body right now. Go ahead. And there she is. So it's an open-air square with her in the middle, and then the yoginis